trap and take over. Name another bitch that's colder. I just bought a brand new Rover. I don't even drive no more, I got a chauffeur. Took off, man, they asking me to slow up. Getting wiser and my money getting older. I'm that bitch, I ain't even gon' hold it. I'm that bitch and I thought that they told you.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tati, back with another episode on Tati TV. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new episode. Okay, so as you can see by the title, we're about to do this crochet style that my mom begged me to do for her. So we got this little thing, I don't know what to call it. Then we got some hair from, it's called Ocean Wave. I'm gonna leave everything in the description box, but she got it from Amazon, and the pack of hair actually came with this little tool. I don't know what to call it. I've never done this hairstyle before. She just seen it online and told me to do it because she felt like I knew how to do it. So I'm gonna be showing y'all different techniques as I did it because I was watching multiple videos on how to do it. So this first technique is just, you know, getting the hair, putting it in that little tip piece of the clamp, like a little hatchback piece, and then pulling it through the net, and then just like putting the hair through that little hole. So in the beginning it took me a little minute because of my nails, but after a while I get the hang of it, and then you just basically like tying a shoe. Make that hole, reach your hands through it, grab the other side of the hair that's hanging down and pull it through and make a knot. But then the best thing to do is to do it twice so it can be secure and like actually tied to the net, because you only do it once, it might unravel. So to prevent that, just make it go through the little hoop twice. Okay, and I know y'all see that piece of hair, like the little group of hair that's sticking out. She messed up the actual cap, so it was a hole right there that her hair was coming out of, and she didn't even braid her hair down beforehand. She just slicked it down with some got to be spray, and you know that's not in the video because I didn't do that, but she just slicked it down. I don't even think she braided it. She just slicked it down, and then, you know, it was like the end of the cap. And on this side, she does not have hair because, you know, she had cancer and all that stuff. So this side of her hair is bald. So this is where normally when you are putting the hair through the net, you want to make sure you grab some hair with it. But on this side, as you can see, there's no hair, so you just got to do it to the net. But as I get towards the front, I'm going to grab hair, because once you cut all this off, all the net off, it's going to fall off if you wasn't catching hair the whole time. So y'all see when I get to that point, but for now I'm speeding through it, basically doing the same thing, putting a little crochet needle through the net, putting the hair at the tip of it, making sure when you're pulling it through it that it closes so you can pull it through the net. And grab that little circle, put your your middle finger and your pointing finger and your thumb. Go through the circle with that and grab the hair and pull it out. Then spin the circle around, do it again the second time to secure the knot so it does not just unravel and fall back out. And when you're doing it, you can space it out, like it can be all over, because after you do the whole head, you're not going to see like little spaces. Like as you see, I was going in like all around, and all of a sudden it was just filling the end because the hair hangs down on top of it. So you're not going to like see the little spaces that you leave. It's so full that you don't even see it. So just make sure you're going all around, just, you know, creating the foundation for it, and then the hair will start like flowing all together and being one. And what I was just showing you there is at this point I started splitting the pieces up, because the pieces come like pre-separated already. But what I did is with the piece that they had already separated, I broke that into two as well, and that just gives it like a fuller look. When you break the pieces up, instead of them being like one full chunk, it kind of like makes it fuller. But then again, the little pieces when it's by itself, it makes it fuller as well. But I feel like with that, it just makes it fuller because it's broken apart. It gives a little, you know, I don't know, it just made sense at the time, okay, to just separate them and put them on like that. So I'm pretty much doing the same technique, putting it through, going through twice. Just beforehand I separate the pieces from each other, which is what I was showing in my hand like a couple minutes ago. But just make sure you separate them, but don't do it through the whole head. Just put it like throughout the middle of it to give it that fullness, and then still go back and put the one that they give you, you know, all around it as well. So just like mix and match. It's like keeping an eye out for it, like a measuring it by eye for when you should do it, when you should switch back, stuff like that, you know. Okay, so these are my Maruvian bundles. Okay, this is the 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch. And look at them, they're so bouncy. Period pull. And we're gonna cut this and get on with it. Get into it, y'all. Get into it, y'all. And you got these little things at the top to make it like easier to go into the little clip thing. Which is, yeah. And I just want to say, doing things with nails, a superhero. Call me a superhero at this point. Okay, so now we up close and personal. So put the crochet thing through the hair. Put the little tip piece of the hair through it, pull through, and then with nails, I had to use my middle finger and pointing finger, stick them through and grab the other piece of hair and like pull it through the circle. Then sometimes I would spin the circle around and, you know, double it. Sometimes I didn't. You know, I was getting lazy at this point. I've been doing it for hours. But this is how it looks up close, okay? So this is what I meant by toward the front of her hair. I started grabbing hair because towards the back she didn't have hair. So I would go through the net, loop the hair in a little top piece, pull it through. With the circle, put my 2 fingers through it, grab the other piece of hair, bring it through, spin the circle around, then grab through it, pull the hair through, and now that's how you double knot it. So this is like a little, you know, closer up in person so you can see exactly what I was doing, because I know my hand was in the way for a lot of the video. But now I'm pretty much just doing the same thing. I just wanted to, you know, show it to y'all up close, but I'm gonna just fasten it, speed it up, whatever you wanna call it. But put the crochet needle through the thing, through the net, pull it through. Yeah, y'all got what I'm doing. Okay, so this next technique you're gonna see is when you're getting closer to where your part is at. You stick the needle through still, pull the hair back, but now with the circle, instead of grabbing that whole piece in my hand, grab 1/2 of it and then split it up and like tighten it that way. Cause this way you won't see the knot. The hair will fall on top of it, and you know, it just look more natural than to have the knot right at the top. You know how they used to do back in the day. So put the needle through, loop the hair on top, pull it through. Now go through the circle and grab one of those pieces. And then as you see, I separate them and pull it like shoestrings kind of. And then, you know, you see how the hair falls on top. So now once you got it all the way up to the part, now it's time to cut the lace. This is why I meant when you are like crocheting the hair, try to grab some hair, because if you was to cut this off and you didn't catch any hair in the middle of you looping it through the net, this is gonna fall off. And that's what my question was. I was like, how was it not gonna fall off by the time I'm done? It's because as I was putting the needle through the net, I was grabbing hair as well. So that's why on the side where she bought it, I had to grab hair from the front so that it wouldn't just fall off completely on that side, if that makes sense. So now I'm just going around, cutting all around it, and I'm going to start crocheting to her real hair, which is right there. So that's why you have to cut the knot at the way, because you don't want the net where the part is at. It's supposed to look natural. So I just cut the net all around. She was saying it felt like it was loose on the side that she was bought on, so I had to cut that piece out the way so you wouldn't see it. She started getting nervous, thought it was about to fall off. But then I started to go through the net and pull it up to her real hair so it can have something to hold on to. Just because of the fact that I said she has a bald spot back there, but that's only for her because of her situation. So up here, doing the same process, you see I got the thicker piece. I didn't split this piece up, but I'm still doing that. Go through, only grab 1/2 of the piece and pull it like the shoestrings. Like, you know, that's the best example I can give y'all. But you see how when I do it that way, the hair falls on top so you don't see the knot? That's how you want it to look natural. You don't want to see the little knots at the top of your head. We don't have knots at the top of our head. So that's what I'm pretty much doing. I will use some 1/2 pieces, but for right now, I was just using the full pieces. So let's just keep watching until I do something different, and then I'll come back if I'm doing something different. So at this point, you can just stop like wherever you feel like you want to stop at. I'm just customizing it to according to how she said she wanted it, and going as close because her hair is thin, so she wanted me to get as close as possible so she didn't have to see her real hair. Now, if you was fine with this length of the space, you could have stopped here, but it was just dependent on, you know, how she liked it. And as you can see, I'm using my half pieces right here, but we're pretty much about to be done with the whole crocheting thing in a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to cut it into the way that she likes it. She wanted it to be like an asymmetrical cut where it's long towards the front pieces and high up in the back. You'll see her like motion it with her hands, but that'll be the next clip. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so we're all done. This is how it look. I lightly combed through it just a little bit, and now I'm just, you know, pulling out little pieces that I didn't want there. And then next I'm going to do this cut that I told y'all that she wanted, this asymmetrical. So I'm trying to cut it on a slant. Mind y'all, I'm not a hairstylist. I told her I don't like to do this cut and stuff. I don't like to layer, but she wanted me to do it, so this was a process, okay? But we got it there. We got it there. It's not perfect because, like I said, I'm not a hairstylist, but you know I did what I was supposed to do for the most part. Okay, I understood the assignment considering the fact that I'm not a hairstylist. So right now I'm just, you know, finding different ways to cut it that's comfortable for me, not what's the right way. I'm just doing what's comfortable for me and what I feel like would make it come out how she wanted it. So as you can see, it's giving a little slant. It's giving a little slant. This is the part where she's trying to show me she wanted this short, so I had to cut it that short. Then she wound up not even liking it, but y'all see how high up she just had it, right? Oh, okay. So now I gotta cut the back straight across, and then, you know, the other side I'm gonna do at an angle as well. Like, this is why I hate cutting. It's always going over something repeatedly. Like, I had to cut repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. Pieces start hanging out. Pieces start being longer all of a sudden. And I could have swore I just cut them. But this is how it wound up coming out. Her asymmetrical. This side is giving what it's supposed to give. I did have to wind up going back in and crocheting in some pieces to make the front longer because I wound up cutting the front too short. So I had to add some pieces to it. But this is what it's giving. I feel like it's giving what it's supposed to give. Okay, don't mind that food in the bag she was eating. But this is the other side. So this side is supposed to be like a little shorter. Like, if you know what the vibe she's going for, you know what I was trying to get, okay? Now, it's not perfect because I don't cut hair for a living. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm just a child. No, I'm not a child. I'm just her child that she decided to tell to do this. So now her edges is done. They got swooped and swirled, okay? Period. It was giving what it's supposed to give. For the most part, honestly, the assignment, I give myself like an A+. An A- actually, because the cut could have been better, but I don't like to cut hair, so that's what it was giving. So I took a few pictures of her for Instagram, so this is what it was giving. I feel like I did pretty good. So that's it for this video. If you like it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you be notified every time I post a new episode, because we coming more consistent 2022, okay? Don't play with me. But don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well at Tatiana Tayez 1Z, Twitter Tatiana Tayez 2Zs. Everything else is going to be Tatiana Tayez 1Z. But you know what I'll be saying, Twitter was hating, so you know, but can't keep a player down. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.